I thought bathrooms were supposed to get wet. Apparently, builders didn't get that memo. Because if your house was built or remodeled anytime in the last 15 years, the odds are high your brand new bathroom is already on a slow path to mould and rot. And it's not some freak leak or user mistake. It's baked right into how modern bathrooms are built. They call it progress. I call it the tile adhesive lie. Step back to the days when bathrooms were built to last. In the 1950s, a shower wasn't just tile slapped onto a wall. Builders started with a continuous copper or vinyl liner, a true waterproof barrier, not just a hopeful promise. Over that liner, they packed in a thick mortar bed, 3 inches deep, sloped to drain. Any water that slipped through the grout or tile didn't get far. It hit the liner, rolled to the drain, and was gone. Grout would wick some moisture, but the system was designed to dry out, not trap water inside the walls. No shortcuts, no guesswork. Just a simple physics lesson in keeping water where it belongs, out of your house. Cement board showers changed the rules. Builders swapped thick mortar beds for panels of cement backer board glued up with thin set adhesive. But here's the catch. Thin set isn't waterproof, not even close. ASTM C627 rates unmodified thin set at around 0.5 to 0.8 perm. Polymer modified versions drop to 0.2 or 0.3 perm. That's water resistant, not water blocking. Moisture still moves through. The marketing says for wet areas, but the numbers tell a different story. Water vapor passes right through the adhesive and into the board. It's not a freak leak or a rare mistake. It's built into the system. That's not conspiracy. That's physics. Cement board is the weak link nobody talks about. It's stamped for wet areas, but that's a technicality. Lab tests under ASTM C1403 show cement board can soak up about 15% of its own weight in water. Once it's wet, it holds onto that moisture like a sponge trapped behind your tile. In real-world conditions, a saturated backer board can take 5 to 7 days to dry out, if it dries at all. There's no fast escape route for water trapped behind the tile. Instead, it lingers, seeps, and feeds mold. The problem isn't a rare accident, it's built into the system. Dr. Alex Rivera doesn't mince words. In a landmark Building Science Corp study, Rivera's team drilled into the heart of the problem: invisible water. Their findings: 70% of the water that enters a tiled shower wall never shows up as a puddle or a stain. It vanishes into the thin set and cement board, hiding where no homeowner looks. That's not a rare defect. It's the default outcome. In Ohio, a family discovered black mold blooming inside their bathroom walls just 3 years after a remodel. The culprit wasn't a broken pipe or a botched grout line. Inspectors found the cement board saturated core moisture readings above 15%. The only way out was a full gut job. Cost nearly $10,000, time lost 3 weeks, all because water slipped behind the tile and had nowhere to go. Rivera's data isn't an outlier. HUD's National Survey of Warranty Claims found that 68% of bathroom mold cases trace back to showers built without a proper waterproof membrane. The science is blunt. If there's no true barrier, water gets in, stays in, and mold follows. No guesswork, no mystery, just a system designed to fail behind closed walls. Mike Santos didn't set out to become a whistleblower. He started as a tile installer, trained in the old school way using liners, mortar beds. Slow work, no leaks. But when the new methods took over, Santos saw what really drove the change. Money, not better bathrooms. Skipping the waterproof membrane saves $300 on each job. That's not a rounding error, it's the difference between winning the bid and losing it. Cut out the membrane, cut out a day's labour, and you've just slashed 40% off the hands-on time. Multiply that by 100 showers a year, and you see why builders run with it. The code makes it easy. The International Residential Code says you need a water-resistive barrier or a water-resistive surface integral to the assembly. Translation: if the product packaging says it's okay for wet areas, you're in the clear. No one checks for a real waterproof membrane. Just follow the manufacturer's guide and you're technically compliant, even if water seeps in behind every tile. The legal bills tell the rest of the story. Mold lawsuits tied to membrane-less showers have jumped 12% in the past 5 years. Every shortcut comes back around. Failure, repair, repeat. It's not a freak accident, it's a business model, and the cost gets passed to the next homeowner every single time. A waterproof membrane costs about $150. Mold, remediation and repair? That's a $10,000 check, minimum. The numbers don't lie. For the price of a dinner out, you get a real barrier. Zero perm, no water sneaking through, no hidden rot. Skip it, and you're gambling with your walls, your time, and your health. The math is brutal. Save a couple $100 up front, or pay 50 times that to rip out tile, replace studs, and treat black mold. This isn't a luxury upgrade. It's the difference between a dry bathroom and a gut job. One small step now, or a giant bill later. Laura Chen wanted answers, not excuses. She demanded a real solution, one that locked water out for good. Here's the 4-step fix. Start with the 0.0 perm waterproof membrane. Overlap and seal every seam. Install a drain with open weep holes and let the system cure before tiling. That's the checklist. No shortcuts, no hidden mold, just a dry, healthy bathroom. Guaranteed. This isn't a freak, accident, or user mistake. It's a design flaw, baked in by shortcuts, loopholes, and marketing spin. Ask what's behind your tile, because mold doesn't care about code.